for that. You have a question?
Yeah, I was just curious. First of all, I was in Japan last year for the first time, and it just happened to fall in love with that place. I was wondering what took you there, and
I don't think anybody can hear you, so can you come up here and ask it?
sure. Yeah. I certainly can't hear you.
My question was, I was in Japan last year for the first time and absolutely fell in love with that place. And I was wondering what took you there and how you liking life over there in Japan.
Okay, thank you very much.
The main reason I first decided to move to Japan was because I found myself listening to Japanese music like 100% of the time. Japanese pop, Japanese rock, Japanese metal, dance music, electronic music, club music, every kind of Japanese music. And I wasn't listening to what was going on back home here. So I was like, what am I doing over here? You know, so I decided to move to the place where I liked what was in the current popular music scene. Like, for example, if you look at the top 10 on the chart in Japan, top 10 singles, I'd probably really like about 9 of the songs. And I'd be back home here, I'd look at the top 10 and like, I don't really like any of the songs, maybe one song. It's just my personal taste seemed to fit more towards what was going on in Japanese popular music than what was happening here. Well, there's some fantastic music here as well, definitely, but each person has their own separate taste, and I found that the stuff that I really liked was happening in Japan, so I thought that I could add my musicality to the Japanese domestic music scene more than the American scene. Kind of long answer, but a good question. Thank you. Any other questions? Hello? Yeah, can you crank that mic up, please? Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, I wanted to comment. I'm glad you stayed so long because you really, I love the way you become more melodic.
Thank you.
And I hope that I'm not being too geeky here, but I watched the way you sweep and the way that you hit
Yeah.
with your finger.
Yeah,
And maybe you could elaborate on that a little bit.
certainly.
I know I'm being geeky. I'm sorry.
No, I mean, that's what these things are for. If you can't geek out now, there's no time to geek out ever. As you see, I have an unorthodox way of picking like this. It basically was born from doing a lot of this as a kid and as an adult. That's where that came from. Really, I don't know. I mean, to give you a good answer, I think it's because I don't like the sound of muted strings, you know, like when you got... I hate that, I like it. I like to hear the notes ring out, so when my hand's far away from the strings, they don't mute the strings, and you don't get that. I like this. And I think another thing that you're mentioning is often I'll play notes with my fingers. There's a lot of reasons for that. One thing is I get to mute all the other strings. See how I'm doing that? I'm muting everything here. So the only string that you can hear is the string that's playing the melody. Like I got this is muting the top string, this is muting all the other strings, and the only strings that I'm hitting, I'm using like one of my middle fingers. Another reason is if you use a pick on everything, it sounds really boring. So I like to randomly mix it up. If I feel like playing the note with my finger, it has a finger sound, which is always different every time. If you use a pick all the time, it's always going to sound pick, 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 pick. And you know, girls don't respond to that. So I like to have different attack sounds. So often, like when I'm sitting here, it's very polite, but like when I'm playing live, I'm slapping it really hard. You get a different random sound every time, so you get more more humanness out of it when you don't have a set, organized, efficient picking pattern in place. And so that's the answer to that.